guys.
Hey, you're gonna kill it.
Yes, please. Woo! Guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Oh, you got
You're all good.
Okay. I'm so nervous, but I wrote so much stuff down. Hi, I'm Addison. I am so grateful to have this opportunity to share my story with you. I have loved listening to testimonies. I always dreamed about giving it to a crowd of people, and it's very nerve-wracking because being vulnerable in front of a crowd like this is oh my god. So I've always been a Christian my whole life. I was raised in a Christian household, and I mean I hold up the morals of not cussing and just basic stuff like that. I gave my life to Christ at the age of 5 because my sister told me that I couldn't until I was 5 years old. I just want to be on the same level as her, but I didn't understand the importance of that decision being a 5-year-old little girl. I didn't understand until 5th grade when there was a shooting. I went to Myrtle Beach with my family, and our lives were put in danger, and we left unscathed. There was people who were stampeded on, and it was terrifying. It was back before Myrtle Beach was a bad place to be in. It used to be very enjoyable, but the scariest thing wasn't the gun, it was the people, and it was the way they reacted, and the anxiety, and the fear that you could smell. It made the air thick. It was so scary. When we came back, I'm so sorry. When we came back from Myrtle Beach back to Bluffton, we were so shaken by this event, and it left us it left a huge impact, and we couldn't go in crowded areas. We had such a hard time being in church, and we had to sit near the exit always because if something happened, what if something happened, and so all of us were anxious, and that's when I developed anxiety, severely. I was terrified that things were gonna happen in school to my friends, to me, to my teachers, and it became an irrational fear. And that stuck with me all throughout middle school. I still have anxiety. I don't know if you guys can tell, but anyways, we went and consulted a woman named Rose in 5th grade, whenever I was in 5th grade. And she helped us, and she left a mark on our lives. And unfortunately, she passed away during COVID. But I will never forget her. She was such an honorable woman, and she set such an example for what it means to be a Christian. And she was so loving to someone that she didn't even know, to people that she didn't even know. And when COVID hit, I was in 6th grade, coming into 7th grade, and I developed depression, and it wasn't diagnosed until I was in 8th grade. By the time it had been brought to my attention, I had hurt myself because I was so out of control and I didn't know what was going on with my body. I didn't. God was not in my life. I sat there and I let myself feel that way. When my parents found out that I was hurting myself, I was sent to therapy. I was released, and I didn't feel any different about it. And I still didn't know what to do with myself. And coming into Bluffton High, I left all of my friends from Riveridge, and then I felt alone again. I didn't expect to meet anybody. I wanted to be by myself. People mocked me because I had told them about my history with self-harm and suicidal tendencies, and it caused me to relapse. My friend had told Pastor Anthony, and they reached out to my mom, and I went back to therapy. It didn't really help.
You're so bad.
Good job.
A couple days after I started going to therapy, I was sitting in my bed on a random Tuesday night, and then I was hit with this strange feeling, and it was so different from everything that I had felt throughout my life, because I had been so used to being anxious and sad and not knowing what to do with myself. And then I suddenly felt peace, and I didn't know why. After everything that I had experienced, I felt like I didn't deserve it. And I consider that a blessing from God. Because for once in my life, my mind wasn't telling me things that was going to harm me. I let God help me. I started to love more, and I started to pray more. I started to branch out and appreciate the things I had been through. I forgave myself for what I had done. I outwardly appreciate the things I'm experiencing now, because I wouldn't have seen it the same way I presently do if I continued to allow my fear and anxiety and depression to suppress my ability to live. I have been clean for 2 years, 6 months, and 2 weeks. Thanks. I had gotten involved in LCC in 8th grade through production, and it made me see the church as more than just a traditional thing to attend every Sunday, because I had gotten involved with camera work and tech, and it introduced me to a new world, and it was so fascinating to me to see how people worked within the church, and more than just Sunday services. And it's so beautiful to see people worship and the Holy Spirit just being so present in the room. And I think that's one thing that I really appreciate about this church and about this place and these retreats. I totally went off script. I'm sorry.
Got it.
I've been so angry and sad and anxious my whole life. And it's easy for me to blame God for the things that I would have struggled with, but I believe that everything that I went to happened for a reason. And life is hard. And it was easy for me to lose sight of what was important, and what was important was God. I had tried to adopt this mentality where I solely believed that I was the only one who could take care of myself, because I felt so alone my whole life. Not my whole life, but middle school was my whole life. I still believed in God, but he seemed like such a distant concept because I was so comfortable in my misery, and I just let myself, like, break myself down. And I don't know why, but I'm still learning to love myself like God would, you know? I grew more in my faith in the church community. I still have my doubts. I still have spiritual warfare. I am not perfect. And I have always wondered what it's like to hear the voice of God, to interact with him and encounter him. Because you don't see him. Listening to other stories, I've always wondered what it's like. And comparison kills, because I look back at the pivotal moments in my life and I realize that I have encountered him. I just didn't see it the way I thought it would. When I choose to listen, I hear him. When I choose to look for him, he reveals himself to me. God doesn't need to speak loudly for us to know he's there. He speaks through everything. It's just a matter of whether you're willing to listen or not. And I have some verses. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalms 23:4. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your body and refreshment to your bones. Proverbs 3:5-8. My small group leader had told me something after the the suicide awareness youth group night that we had. She said, at one point, your thoughts changed from, I can't do this on my own, to I can't do this without God. And I'll never forget it, because it's true. And I feel like when she told me that, it kind of clicked. Like, when I let it be, when I felt that peace, that was in freshman year. It was so relieving, and it was so beautiful. And I became aware of all this goodness around me that I hadn't seen before, because I was so overwhelmed with this hurt that had just festered in my soul. But anyways, in the highs and the lows, trust in God that he has a plan for you, and do not take your eyes off of him. He has plans, and I think that you all should remember that.